Sauce Walka is now walking back his stance on Mexican OT, because when the clip first went viral,
of course
Mexican OT saying that I can say the N-word because who's gonna do
something about it? I see that.
Sauce Walka damn near ran to his phone trying to grift off the Hispanic community and their support, and he said, "You are the worst thing in the world." Right? How dare you tell this Mexican man that he can't say the N-word? You niggas, if y'all can eat tacos, they can say the N-word. So then afterwards now, Sauce is now walking back.
Very, very intelligent response. If I'm
everything he's saying.
I feel it.
So here's what Sauce now has to
you're
say.
saying everybody should be able to say the N-word.
No.
Say the N-word right now.
I'm just saying.
Say the N-word right now, Rich.
I didn't say
Wait,
everybody.
wait,
Go
wait,
ahead
wait.
and I promise I'm not doing nothing to you.
I don't think you would.
No.
I just feel like Sauce Walker had
to say the N-word.
I just feel like
say
Sauce
it with the A on the end.
Pierce, you're not going to sit here, Pierce, and tell this white man to say the N-word in front of me.
Nigga.
I'll be the assaulting party, Pierce. No, that's not Pierce.
You can say it.
I feel like Sauce Walker.
Lush has said it enough in this building, bro.
He said he agrees with what Sauce Walker said.
Lush has said it enough in this building, Brandon. You need to.
Strong argument.
I want to see if you agree with it enough to act on it. Say, nigga.
Lush has said it enough in this building, Brandon. You don't need to.
But he ain't said it on camera.
Yeah, I've said it on camera before, on accident.
Scary as hell.
No,
but
But I just do feel like Sauce has a pretty interesting point here.
Okay,
I
go
did
ahead,
an
Sauce.
interview last night. Shout out to my boy There's a Project. He'll be dropping song. The subject in hand, Mexican OT. See, now, at first when I was speaking on what I was speaking on, I was only talking about the on Say Cheese with the girl and all that on Say Cheese. My bro Danza showed me the interview and showed me exactly verbatim what Mexican OT said on the interview on the podcast with all the women. OT, bitch, you wrong, ho. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, little bro. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, OT. And you got a black brother. That's what you partially was finna get into it, but you didn't want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole 50% black brother. This mixed nigga, a real little nigga that's your brother, so you should feel 100%. He should feel, a motherfucker feel what I'm saying. What about this part?
Get shit out of here.
I ain't fucked up with you about saying, can you say nigga? Because you
we can pause it out.
Through all this shit with us.
Is he a bitch or is he your little brother?
No, so in Texas,
and then he tried to.
No, hold on. In Texas, like, is meant like has a more affectionate tone.
Yeah.
Man,
It doesn't mean the same thing.
I thought he was gonna say like, don't say that. He like, he basically made a plea. Like, oh, you got a brother who's 50% black. Like, that's not calling nobody out. That's pleading with someone and trying to reason with them why they shouldn't say it.
Yeah. No, but
Sauce Walker pandering to the Hispanic community? Is that what we're saying here?
Well, this is pandering.
No.
This is pandering.
No. It sounds like he tried to pander and then realized that niggas ain't nothing to play with, and we do still have some type of, status and effect in hip hop, and then got on him, and now he's back to saying, I ain't seen the video. Man, cut it out, bro. You see the video, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the OT video, I thought it was a little bit like, and I interpreted it differently than like a lot of people that had showed it to me.
Yeah.
But my first reaction was like, damn, like he put a little bit of spice on it. Like
I didn't like it.
And
because blacks have allowed. Here,
I'll be honest.
What did the black dude who was in the room do?
Not a goddamn thing.
That's it.
But also too, which is why too, right, bro?
That was kind of like I don't know. It was like a damn near threatening.
No, I'm gonna say it again, bro.
Hey, where's
it's not Mexican OT fault. It's fault, and here's why. I seen Brandon's friend from the viral way, like the do the beard with the low cut.
Yeah, show.
Yeah, and he said, "Oh, it's time for us to start pushing that line." I said, "Cut it out, bro." Listen, I could probably hear that stance from other black people that's not in California, but gangbanging in California telling me y'all about to start pushing lines on Mexicans for saying the N-word when y'all have essentially given them the pass. Damn.
That's over with,
right?
Bro. Like, that's over with.
Yeah, come on now.
Niggas got Latino brothers that live with from the hood.
All that, bro. Like, come on, you see what I'm talking about?
Niggas are like, bro, come on, that shit should have left all that shit in the past. Only time I'm gonna trip on it though, if trying to press that weirdo shit and doing all of that on Crip, we finna get in on Crip. I'm not giving
like hot kicks in LA.
Now, if a like bro, like that brother needs, like bro, it's not no shit where he like as long as but it gotta come down to a point where you really genuinely feel there's no back nothing. Like once that comes down to that, then people probably who really tripping on that shit or whatever.
I probably feel more comfortable maybe with it. But like it hasn't been too genuine on both sides.
Look, right? And that's my point, right? Show trying to press a line, not knowing, bro, is going to check you first. Listen, bro. The going to check Show for thinking he could press a line on a Mexican for saying the N-word before a Mexican press him.
How old is Show?
Show got to be in his 30s.
Yeah.
35. Let me say this. Show gonna say what he gonna say. Then Show gonna go to his great job, back to his big ass house, and just move on with it.
Sure.
The problem is people they're really asking others to press a line on it that they're not gonna press, right?
Sure.
Same thing if Viral always say that. Same thing. You is good. Y'all straight. Y'all don't really gotta interact with this every day. So why would you ask someone who's in the streets to like crash out over this? The reality is black people will kill each other over the most minuscule thing.
Yeah.
You got a spark up.
Don't tell me anything about the N-word when you done shot a dude over stepping on your shoe. So now the N-word is a humongous problem that needs to be dealt with? Get the out of here. You're literally just being selective. Stop it. There's so many other things black people got to worry about before they get to N-word usage. You go to Long Beach, where I'm from, where I live, it's Asians on the basketball court, purely Asians, only Asians. They calling each other niggas more than niggas calling each other niggas.
They're beating us in basketball.
Listen.
The Asians are beating us. They got mean crossovers now.
Lush hot. You know what I mean?
Lush trying to be 607.
No, I just thought it was funny. I'm sorry.
But they call each other nigga more. The Samoans calling each other nigga for years. Now all of a sudden, retroactively,
push a line.
Black people just
but they really be on some brotherly though, like because they run all the way from any type of time in the regular streets and regular society with civilians, nigga in jail, all of that. They gonna run with black people for sure.
Honestly, like for me as like a Hispanic, I have a pretty nuanced take on this. I feel like I can't tell people what and what not to say. I can't control people's like vernacular. I do think, however, as Hispanics, like we have to kind of realize that the way we look and when we say it, obviously we all have like friends that like there's like you said, like you grew up with like Latinos and that.
Hell
like,
yeah, but I ain't gonna say it's this a certain type of person though, because I ain't gonna cap. I got Latino brothers. I ain't gonna cap. My nigga that's in jail, that's finna get up. My brother Nino on Hood, free him, bro. He seemed like a nigga to me.
I just feel like it's in our best interest, and I've talked to Lush about this. I feel like it's our best interest to like not
you
say
talked to
it
Lush about this
or around people. Yeah, we talked about it on stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
We like I don't think we should be saying it, especially because it alienates like black people and it makes them kind of look at us as like a them and like we're against you guys, but we're really not.
But
there's a bunch of people that are like
no,
but that's not making black people.
It's just the world, how the world put everything and just set everything up, bro. And most people do not have the same intelligence that you and I and everybody up in here probably has, you know what I'm saying? To configure their thoughts to know that he is not feeling that way or he's feeling that type of way or whatever.
I just didn't like the way he like said, "What are you gonna do about it?" Because that just is so like.
But what are you gonna do about it?
Right, no, right. Like,
At the end of the day, this is America. People have freedom of speech.
Right.
They have a right to say what they want to say. That's in the Constitution. So you're gonna aggress against me because I said the N-word and then go spend the rest of your life in jail?
But you can't react. You can't tell how people are gonna react. You can't control how people react.
Yes. Like if
you can't say that he's voided consequences
like,
for that N-word.
It's not gonna have to go like, okay, all right. If a nigga try to press it all the way to the life or death situation, then yeah, I'm gonna have to protect my life. And if they try to say, yeah, I started it first, then I have to be the one that started it first. But no, it down, bro.
But what I'm saying is, if someone came at me with a hard ER,
that's crazy.
That's every black person know. Hard ER is different from IGA, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
And
You're not being.
That's where you got to debate on how he is.
Freedom of speech, right?
You got to come down to the point where you're in his circle.
He's around black people. Sure.
Obviously, you see, bro. Come on, bro. He's from Texas, bro. Come on, bro.
They've been like,
but I'm
all
saying
kind
around
of
his
together
circle,
out there
like
for
if
a
you
while.
was around him and shit like that, bro, because I done been around, obviously, bro, like that I done been cool with, like he try to keep it cool and shit. But I know when he say that shit, he kind of like giving a little off on it, like, what's up, doggy? Like when doing all of that, bro, like come
being
on, bro.
extra.
I know what you doing, bro, and I'm not no little tiny black finna get up on.
I mean, it's the same thing with Jin Lee, right? With Jin Lee, like
Jin Lee says the N-word because he's around a bunch of black people saying it.
Exactly, you gotta be in
but
circle.
there's people that don't fuck with it, and what I'm saying is that like that dynamic is not a good look.
If you was in his circle, you would know exactly how the way
you can't tell another man what to say.
I'm not. I literally said
wait.
And that's just up to you if you a buster or if you're not no buster, if you're going to get up on cuz, if you're going to start the altercation or not.
But he knows.
So whatever, though, don't mean freedom. Listen, freedom of speech isn't freedom of consequences. Meaning this, okay?
100%.
Nigga, I'm not ready to die by nobody saying the N-word to me, nigga. So I don't give. But though, there are people who are. So you should be ready for it. A few people.
And even on that type of time, and like on the homies, like, bro, if you out here, like, and you really know, like, if you are real on the homies, bro, you going straight right to gunplay because your nigga talking about because he tripping because you said, and you not trying to get down, that's buster too on the homies. So if you not, give you an altercation already done, what you gonna do about it? All right, let's just.
Well, Show never said gunplay. He just said like stand on business.
But some niggas you already know, bro. Some niggas like, oh yeah, what you gonna do about it? Whip out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Yeah, that's true though. But wait though, but he's inviting that energy though, and he said, "What?"
Well, he not inviting that energy, kind of. He's saying, "What you gonna do about it?" He sound like, and he looked like one of them little Latino. Get down with you.
But he asked,
But you never know what he trying to do. You never know if he had a.
I feel like OT got squabs.
Yeah.
But he asked though.
You never know behind the interview if the black nigga didn't do nothing because he got a whole bunch of niggas.
Come on, that's my point though, right? If you ask him, what niggas
he probably got black dudes in there who be with him. He's saying that. The point I'm saying is black people have a problem with saying.
That's what I'm saying.
If black people have problems,
he probably had back there too that was with him. Like, oh yeah, no, that's my like he good. Like
the reality is the N-word is just like hip hop. Once you exported it and made people feel like it was a brotherly term, because that's what I was told, we turned it into a term of endearment. There are some people who took that and ran with it. So if I call you a nigga, that's like you my bro, right? I called Kenny a nigga earlier today. I said, nigga, whatever, right?
Okay, but does it bother you when someone
do, right?
Because they be really your bro, you know it, like you got a full genuine feeling.
With Kenny, if I say and then Kenny be like,
Nah.
Let me finish.
I'm
disappointed,
you as a black,
put him in a triangle choke.
I'm not saying I condone anybody saying. I don't even think the word should be said among anybody. Yeah. But what I'm telling you is, you cannot say that you control the culture, and then when people want to imitate you, then selectively weaponize it against them. You can't do that. If I curse in front of my kids,
coming straight up to you and he's saying ER with
but
it.
no one said that.
And no, yeah, I'm saying nobody ever said that. But I'm saying if a nigga come up to you saying ER or he's saying A, and he's trying to be looking.
I wouldn't care either way. I mean,
you wouldn't care
if you're not.
You ain't gonna do nothing about it.
You would care.
I'm not ready to die. Listen, I'm not ready to kill or die about somebody saying, "Yo, nigger."